Hi YouTube, this is Rose, and this is Apostle Laura Lee is rocking to Guns N' Roses, Leonard Skinner, and Phil Collins. Laura says,
You can tell everyone I'm a down disgrace. Drag my name all over the place. Don't care anymore.
that's right folks, Laura does not care anymore. She is feeling like a teenager. I feel like a teenager, feeling it. I just keep listening to this song. I stay in this mode. Going to Guns N' Roses next. Mama is in the mood. We'll also be sharing with you Apostle Laura Lee's great adventure. She's been talking about all the trillions of dollars she's going to be making selling her book this year. Royalty to rise to receive reward or something like that. And she has been looking at some multi-million-dollar homes, multi-million-dollar yachts, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of RVs. That's right, folks. She is sparing no expense for everybody that loves her and follows her. And Laura Lee trashes her ex-husband one day and then talking about how hot he was the next day. That's right, folks. She's also talking about the South buys grace with good needs. Yankees who lack hospitality. You get the Dutch Italian royal salute. One finger, both hands, baby. It's where I'm at. This song nails it. You should have seen Mama in her day. Rebel with a cause. I ain't entirely sanctified yet, and I'm feeling it. Dutch Italian salute. She's also saying that she's Italian now. Okay, so as you can see, she's listening to Guns N' Roses. Mama's headbanging, you know, like in the 80s. What I always thought about Axl was that he was lost, didn't know Jesus, but belted out his real feeling with passion, and I always respected the honesty of it. Always did. I've always been like this. I have more respect for atheist professors who are honest about the way they believe, and I have more respect for Axl than I have for the middle-of-the-road lukewarmness. Jesus said it was either hot or cold. That's real. I think I saw so much fake I was imprisoned in the prison school. Just forget it. Don't know. But I like listening to Guns N' Roses back in the day. Sure, it's the devil's music, but it's not lukewarm. Laura, would you rather go to a Guns N' Roses concert or attend an institutional church meeting? Answer: go to a Guns N' Roses concert in the first place. I have more respect for them. They're lost and doing their very best they can with what they have. And they're real. Oh, I guess so they're not transgender like Trump is or everybody else on the planet. And the Trump is Joe Biden in a mask. That's right. Sorry. And the fakeness of the prison of an institution. I'll spare you the rest. My former husband pursued me like I was the last woman on earth. You better bet I respect that man, and you better believe I'd take him back in a heartbeat. If God resurrected him and he was born again, I would. I respect that man. I do. I got no reason not to still love that man. So now she's talking about her ex-husband. Mama wasn't too happy when the devil took the husband of my youth, and I've never really seen any reason to replace him. Oh my goodness. Why have you been stalking Ken for 26 years? What were you doing with Sean or Shannon? Why were you sleeping or trying to get at them? I'd like to love him to the day I die. So why'd you divorce him? He took you to hell. He was the reason you were immersed in hell. Because you guys were sitting around listening to Guns N' Roses and doing LSD and drinking booze. Okay, folks, I want to let everybody know that ApostleLauraLee.com is down. It is null and void. There is no more website, no more blog. So she is back at it on her Facebook. And in the last almost 48 hours, she started taking down all her posts. So something's up with Laura Lee. She's taking everything down. And then she's putting up new posts, 15 to 20 at a time, and then taking those down. So let's read what she posted I would say a little bit over an hour ago. I'd have to refresh this page, but I'm afraid it might not be there. You want to know how great of a man my former husband was? Do you know what his first words were to me? It's a beautiful story. Yes, Laura was 18 years and had 1 year in the world where I could go to parties. I wonder if she was reading and praying at that time, at the same time. And it was New Year's Eve. So that tells me she was in rehab for LSD, and if she went to rehab, it's because her parents made her and she was under 18. So here she gets out of rehab and goes to parties. It was a trash can party. I don't even know what that means. My friends knew the people. I didn't know anyone there. So I was just making conversation, and this guy was talking to me, and my former husband walked up to the two of us and looked at this guy and said, "What are you doing talking to my wife?" And we were inseparable ever since. You wanted to tell me I'm not supposed to respect a man like that? I've even tried to break up with him like 3 times, but he would pursue me again and win me back. Like from the moment he saw me, he knew I was his wife, and his whole life was going to be to win me to himself. I'm supposed to receive a man who's not half the man he was? I won't. Oh my goodness, that is hilarious. If I had my choice, God would hear my prayer. I would ask him for a southern man. So now she's thinking about a southern man. Wow, Laura, aren't you almost 60 years old? With wrinkles all over your face from all the sugar and the cigarettes and the stress? Come on, man. Wow. Does the flesh not ever die? I think you need to read the Bible 2,000 more times, Laura. Who, when I first looked in his eyes, he'd walk straight up to me like my former husband did, and he'd not go to any institutional church because he would love Jesus, and he would really despise the whole institutional prison system like I do. He'd be a free bird. He'd go hunting. He'd be a man's man. He'd be a southerner, a mountain man from the Appalachians who would just take me on all sorts of adventures. Yeah, right, like you would ever leave your computer. And that type also who would know no one is better than him and would be as comfortable and down home on a yacht with me. Oh, boy. He'd be tall and just southern through and through, because in the South they're just so nice to treat you like family from the first time they see you. They're so nice. Other than that, Mama's shaking her head. What I want has changed. I'm in the South and I love the South. I've always loved Leonard Skinner. I've always loved Skinner. Oh, that's hip. And they live like this. The song, a good Southern Christian. They're truly loving and kind. They're manly, and they're not really institutional. Even if they go to church, I hit a wall thinking about my former husband. I still love him. Okay, folks, I'm going to wrap it up with this one. This is Mama's Rockin', dancing to the jungle. Bring it. You want to watch me bleed? Yeah, I know you do. That's what religion is all about. This is what church does for me. It's how it's so fake. And how it's so fake. It's the jungle. Sometimes it just affects me. Let's go. Well, thank everybody for your time. I appreciate it. And I pray all is well with your soul, and to be continued. Bye-bye for now.